this video, we're going to be taking a look at some UFO footage that could potentially prove that we are not alone in this world. The Iraq UFO. On the 24th of April 2024, an ex-user posted a video that appears to show an unidentified object in the mountain regions of Suleimania, a city in the east of the Kurdistan region of Iraq, not far from the Iran-Iraq border. Take a look.
There's no way this back.
No. Well, where an arrow stick?
Hashtag spiċjali l-Roberi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aliens.
The user states, "This is not the first time seeing this, but this time I had the opportunity to record." Midway through the clip, you can see what looks like a white light aura surrounding the potential craft. Many claim that this ambience is actually a propulsion system for the craft itself. It's always good to see footage from other areas around the world, and although we cannot find any information about the region to suggest anything strange happening, it's certainly an interesting piece of footage. Take a look.
Do people just not get your storyboards?
Dude, it's a romance movie.
You don't see it?
That's the dad.
I don't know how.
Seneca Lake anomaly. Take a look at this one, and then we'll discuss. This was uploaded to TikTok, a conspiracy theory in and of itself, and filmed in Seneca Lake, the largest of the glacial Finger Lakes in New York. Now there are three potential theories about this one. It's either an underwater alien spacecraft, also called a USO, or unidentified submerged object, some kind of sea creature, or a natural phenomenon. Of course, we'd love it to be either of the first two, but many believe that this is the result of fog settling and making the appearance of a dome. However, what is interesting, and argues against this case, is the fact that the filmer has never in their 7 years of living on the lake seen it before. Many people are then led to believe that this is a cloaked USO hiding beneath the surface of the water. What do you think? Florida orbs. UFO researcher John Bell took the following footage one night on April 29, 2024, in his home state of Florida, as part of a series of clips posted on his social media page, as he attempts to capture what is out there. Take a look at what he got, and note that the beam you see is John using a laser and infrared tech to point directly at a circular light in the sky, which according to many would otherwise be invisible to the naked eye, should such mechanics be unavailable. Take a look.
Get a better look at you guys anyway, come on. He's come over quite a bit. Come on, man, ain't nobody gonna bother you out there, come on. You're already here. Why wouldn't you come over?
John states that he sees these UFOs often, and they are invisible to the naked eye, and can only be spotted with special equipment. It would make sense for an advanced civilization that would have a craft capable of visiting Earth to have invisible technology. What do you think about this one? Ukrainian troops spot something. Ukrainian troops from the 406th Battalion of the Armed Forces were analysing footage and were shocked when they saw this. The craft was apparently recorded using a militarised heat vision quadcopter drone during a reconnaissance mission. The object is stationary and doesn't seem to move, which allows the team to zoom in closer. The shape, size and darkened shadow encapsulate the stereotypical flying object one associates with extraterrestrials. Now we have no idea what this one could be, but we'd love to hear your thoughts. UFOs being spotted during conflict between nations is certainly not a rare occurrence. Blink and you'll miss it. Take a look at this one recorded from a plane window over New York City. At first I thought this was just a bird, but when you slow it down, that is definitely not a bird. That's an object. What object it is exactly is hard to say, but if it was a piece of plane falling off or something similar, You think it would just fall straight down, but this is moving in the opposite direction of the plane in a horizontal fashion. Pretty strange. What do you think it is? Potomac River sighting. Submitted by the National U.F.O Reporting Center, this 3.5-minute clip shows what looks to be a massive craft, or possibly multiple smaller crafts, in the skies above the unincorporated community of Ridge in St. Mary's County, Maryland, United States. It was taken on November 28, 2023, and is a spectacular sight, whatever it is. Take a look. According to the eyewitness who tracked and recorded the event, the object hovered approximately half a mile above the major Potomac River, which flows from the Potomac Highlands in West Virginia to the Chesapeake Bay in Maryland. Despite its sheer size and intimidating presence, it did not emit a single sound while lingering in the air for nearly 5 minutes, before disappearing out of sight. We have no clue what this one could be. It's interesting though, because in 2018, an April Fool's Day prank shed light on the Potomac River. It was said that the removal crews of the US Armed Corps of Engineers had seemingly pulled a small alien spacecraft out of the waters. After a brief pause for breath, the story was exposed as a joke, but it has since made people curious about what lies beneath the rivers, lakes and oceans of Earth. And some have wondered if something was recovered in 2018, but was covered up as a joke to silence interest in the case. What do you think's going on there? Cornish UFO. On April 17, 2020, in the historic ceremonial county of Cornwall in the south of England, a translucent object was captured on film, baffling those who have seen and studied the footage. Filmed on a webcam across St. Ives Bay on the Atlantic coast of the northwest area of the country at around 9 p.m, the orb can be seen coming into view in the distance, hovering above the water. It seems to emit a foggy trail behind itself as it abruptly stops before shooting up into the sky above at high speed. Take a look at this one.
So there's things going on the beach, but whilst that's happening, this object is just basically hovering, and then it suddenly shoots off into the sky, leaving a kind of weird white trail.
When slowed down, the footage clearly shows the white trail coming out of the bottom of the craft as it shoots off into the clouds, a phenomenon which has now become known as instantaneous acceleration. Until now, no man-made aerial technology other than drones have the capacity to conduct such feats, especially at high speed. Video analysts cannot detect any suspicious tampering with the footage, nor can they agree on what it actually is. We have seen this type of unidentified object before on the 29th of January 2011 in the ancient city of Jerusalem, where a ball of light hovered above the Temple Mount. Similar to this video, the orb descends, hovers for a few seconds, and then shoots off into the heavens. Is this a hoax, or is this really a new form of extraterrestrial technology? If you ask me, we're not alone. The jellyfish UFO. Our last clip comes from a friend of the channel, Jeremy Corbell, an American ufologist, filmmaker, and contemporary artist, who along with Dr. Stephen Greer has been at the forefront of U.A.P disclosure projects over the years. The footage was filmed near a US military base and spread like wildfire across social media platforms after it was first posted by Jeremy on his Instagram channel. We see a circular object with hanging attachments, similar to tentacles or elongated limbs, as it moves at a steady speed in one direction over the joint US operations base in Iraq. The recording was reportedly captured in October 2018, so was this a militarized or undercover test? Was it a spy craft sent by an enemy to conduct reconnaissance? Or are we really not alone in this world? So that's it from me. Keep searching, everyone, and if you can, take a walk tonight in the dark and see what you can spot in the skies. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you next time.
The